villain mode activated. Kendrick dropped his new album. Watching this yesterday. We're in Dana Point right now, and we're about to go on the next leg of our trip. I don't know what you're gonna do, Drake. And here's my take on all this. Like, Remi needs to really try and do some research and really figure out what's gonna be the best shoes for her to wear. Sometimes it might suck to have ugly shoes on, and you might not get to be wearing the cute Louis-Vuittons, but you're not gonna fall on your face and break your nose on the concrete. Sometimes you need to take some personal responsibility over your pain. It's time for Drake to move on to the next chapter, and the next chapter is LolCow, and that's what I was getting to. Personal responsibility. Sometimes it sucks that we have these problems or these health issues that we can't control, and they're not our fault. But sometimes you need to take some personal responsibility.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Bitches.
I'm not meant for this. I don't think I'm meant for this. But I think this is a prime example of anxiety. A lesson. Instead of being like, wow, this is so uncomfortable for me, I'm just not going to do it. It's like, let's find things that help me feel more comfortable. Even if it's the tiniest, even if it's having a bigger bag so you can have a small water and flats in there, or like even the little socks. No, just having any, like, if it's little things that you can learn to like make it easier for you, like, it's all anxiety. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously it doesn't help when you have physical pain too. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Right. Like when you have chronic pain and you have to do stuff that is hard. Normal people do it all the time, but for you it's painful as fuck. Like just getting up and living life, right? You know? Right. Welcome. So welcome to the vlog. I thought we'd start off with that. Yeah, because you know I love to obsess, right guys? So yeah, got the new beanie, villain mode activated. Yeah. So, I got a pack today. We're going out of town. Ooh, surprise location. So yeah, I've been having a lot of anxiety too today. I think it's because we're going out of town, so yeah. And then like I've had migraines the last couple days, so that's really just fucking sucked as well. So, but I've been working around it. I've been working with it. Yeah, so I was watching this yesterday, and I kind of wanted to touch on it because I saw people on the Reddit, because you know, like I like to talk about the things that are over on the Reddit, right? So the Remi Snark Reddit. So Remi said that she had a really hard time at the Wicked premiere because of her shoes hurting her. Now, I understand. I live with chronic back pain, and up until a year ago, I walked with a cane. I've been on various pain medications since my 20s to try and manage this pain. I've had cortisone injections into my spine, into my SI joints. I've had nerve ablations where they've gone in and they've burned nerve endings. That's not fun at all. So I've had a lot done to my back short of surgery, okay? Because I'm in chronic pain all the time. I've also suffered with, I had pancreatitis, and it was recurring acute pancreatitis for a while because I was on a medication that was causing it. And that is one of the most painful things to have. It feels like you're being impaled through your chest. It is so painful. So I understand pain. I also suffer from migraines from my brain tumor. I have a tumor in my head. So I have a lot of issues, right? I'm just a lot of medical issues. But I learned to deal with them. So Remi's talking about her feet. Now I have issues with my feet as well. Just seems like if you have back problems, you need to wear proper shoes, right? I can't wear heels all the time. If I do, I know it's like I'm going to be sitting down most of the time, and I'm wearing them because I think they're cute, but for the most part, I wear shoes. I have to place safety because also I'm a fall risk. I am a fall risk because of my balance issues having to do with my back pain and stuff. It's painful for me to balance myself sometimes. I have problems with my SI joints, and sometimes they call it the shock absorbers because they help stabilize like your pelvis, and they're like the joints where your pelvis and your spine meet. And so like they kind of help stabilize shit, and when you have nerve damage there, it's painful as fuck to stabilize yourself. So yeah, you got to work on it, which I got to work on it, but you have to, you know, start thinking about like your safety, your comfort before you think about the way you look. And here's my take on all this. Like, Remi needs to really try and do some research and really figure out what's going to be the best shoes for her to wear. Sometimes it might suck to have ugly shoes on, and you might not get to be wearing the cute Louis Vuittons, but you're not going to fall on your face and break your nose on the concrete. Sometimes you need to take some personal responsibility over your pain, and that's what I was getting to. Personal responsibility. Sometimes it sucks that we have these problems or these health issues that we can't control, and they're not our fault. But sometimes you need to take some personal responsibility over, and this doesn't mean like victim blaming or anything or trying to be an ableist, but and taking personal responsibility actually can be speaking up for yourself in situations where you need extra help, or because of your disability or your pain or your thing. Like maybe Remi being like, yeah, I need to sit down for a minute because my feet hurt from my shoes. I need breaks on my shoes, and letting people around her know she needs to take a break or something. Or, hey, I need to switch to my ballet flats. You know, because you just wanted to wear the shoes for the outfit, right? And then as soon as you get into the event, chuck on over to a corner or the bathroom or something and switch out your shoes real quick. Don't let your feet touch. Just make sure you do the hover thing. I know I got socks on. But do you ever do the hover thing where you're in like a changing room and you don't want to get your feet on the floor of the changing room when you're changing? Not even the bottom of my socks. So like I'll try to keep my feet on top of the shoe or slip them in so my feet don't touch the bottom of the floor. I know this is funny, right? But yeah, I understand that, because sometimes like I need to sit down, and so a curb, that's where I'm sitting, and I look like a bum sitting on the curb, but I needed to sit down because my back hurts. You know, like here, I sit on the floor. I sleep on the floor sometimes because it's better for my back and my PTSD. So sometimes like taking that personal responsibility can also be very empowering, because then you know how to take care of yourself or how to manage your pain so you can do more things. And getting proper shoes helps. Like if she really has that big of a problem and stuff, she should think about seeing a specialist for her feet. There are specialists, like I remember there was this foot doctor on Oprah a long time ago, and she wore stilettos. She wore her stilettos while doing foot surgery on people. Because here's the other thing, if you wear too tight of shoes, you can develop, and this was a problem for women back in like the 50s and stuff, when shoes were made teeny tiny and very narrow, that you would develop bunions and have to have surgery to have them like shaved off and stuff. You would develop the bone would start to grow and like calcify, and you'd have to have them go in and shave it off, and it's not a fun surgery. Having things done on your feet because your feet are so sensitive, which is why I understand her foot hurt so bad, you know. So yeah, she needs to do some research, maybe see a specialist, because they can point out probably what luxury shoe brands she can buy from, because I know that there are some luxury brands that do, you know, like they don't say it, but this shoe was designed so that like it was more comfortable. Like I think this was when I was like just out of high school. Cole Haan did a collab with Nike. This had to have been like 2008, 2009. And they put Nike air pumps in their high heels. Does anybody remember that? Where Cole Haan collabed with Nike and they did they put the Nike Air Pumps in their high heels. So sometimes there's shoes like that, but you got to do your research. Or, you know, sometimes there are these high-end, you know, like I said, orthopedic foot doctors who are female. My battery's gonna die. Damn it. Well, if I go, you know. And they will be able to tell you where to go and stuff. And they shop on Beverly Hills. Like, when I was in nursing school, I remember this one doctor who came in with her Birkin bag and her Louis Vuittons and her Gucci's and stuff. Like, she was badass. And her heels on, so Louis Vuittons, yeah. She was a neurosurgeon, so yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go probably do some more art and stuff. Oh, Philip hasn't got his vlog up yet, but he's in the blankets. Look at that. Yes. Cute. Cute.
You know, this is what made Truce out taking the hell with.
Well, yeah, I think for him, he's like, y'all already had your chance.
Yes.
And again, this, you know, I don't care if people get upset about it. You know, I know there's a lot of people who watch Dark Crimes. I love y'all too, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, relating to Kendrick is relating to inner triumph.
Right.
At least it is for me.
Me too.
Because when I was listening to this album, where I completely related to Kendrick is you've sacrificed for so many people. When your heart was open, all they was doing is looking for knives and machetes to stab.
Right.
Now that you decided to show yourself as priority number one with self-love.
Right.
And to put the people first who have always been loyal to you. Who's always been trustworthy. Who's never backstabbed you because you try to help them out of debt. Or backstab you because you try to put them on. Or backstabbed you because you was trying to show them the way. At this point, everybody getting cut off. I don't have to break bread with you if you're not my brother or sister. I don't have to.
This new album is fire. Welcome. I know. I had a migraine last night, so yes, you still have to keep the plastic on the bed because of Noe. So I got pack. Yeah, because we're going out of town later. Whew. So Kendrick, I got some road music for my road trip tonight. Kendrick dropped his new album. It's so good. Gloria is good. All the songs are good. Dodger Blues good. Reincarnated. I don't know what you're gonna do, Drake. I don't know what the fuck Drake is gonna do. Drake, you're just fucked. It's time for Drake to move on to the next chapter. And the next chapter is LolCow. He's in Toronto. Sagittarius Shorty lives in the same city. You guys could hook up. I'm sure she would get with you, Drake. If she can film it, right? What else do I want to wear while I'm there? Get my nightie. Yeah. Everything drying. But I am so excited for my trip. Yes, so we are going out of town. I'm keeping it a surprise, and then you'll see it. When we're gone, I'm just gonna film daily vlogs, and then I'll just upload them when I get back. Because where we're going, like, the Wi-Fi is not gonna be good, and the upload speed isn't gonna be that great. So I'm just gonna film, and then when I get back, you know, my pants keep falling down. I know, I'm still in my nightie. It's the middle of the day. Blah! Blah! Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Alicia uploaded a vlog. I haven't watched it yet because I've been listening to King Kendrick all morning. Oh, it's so good. Go listen to it, guys. Go listen to King Kendrick's new album, GNX. Bomb. So good. So good. So good. Gloria is fire. Take a listen.
Will be an end to the case. I fear that it will be sad.
So guys, I don't know if you've seen this, but this girl is missing. She went to LA. Her name is Hana Kobayashi, and she was on a plane, and she had like a layover in LA, and she got off the plane, and she was spotted at the Grove. Listen, Alicia and Remi, you guys should actually be like sharing this on your guys' social media, since you guys are out there and go to these places and go to places like SoFi Stadium, but they're afraid she might have been trafficked. So yeah, she was spotted at the Grove, and then she's been spotted over by Crypto.com Stadium. So yes, her. So keep a lookout. They said she's not looking good on the last. They didn't release the last footage of her because she was with somebody, and now they're afraid. So there's people out looking around Crypto Stadium, people who are gone down to Skid Row, people who know the area. And because yeah, there are a lot of people who will trick people into situations, and then next thing you know, they're being trafficked, and they're too embarrassed to want to admit that they got tricked. And so they stay in these situations that are very dangerous, and, you know, we just want you safe and home. So, yeah, it's scary. And then she also mentions about going to Redwood City, which, isn't there like a part of LA that is called Redwood City? Like a neighborhood or something? For some reason, I feel like I recently heard that. Like, there's a recent place called the Redwoods or something. So, look, I'm wearing my natural hair today. Mostly dry. I'm going to wear my villain mode beanie. So, the first part of our journey is we're going down to the beach, and we're staying the night. And then tomorrow, we go on our next part of our journey, which, guesses? Maybe. Drinking coffee. I get up early to get on the next leg of our journey. But yeah, here she is. Here's more of this girl. So I've been watching stuff. They had a rally today by Crypto.com Stadium before the Lakers game. So they're hoping that like that will raise awareness and stuff like that. So I just wanted to mention that. Keep a lookout for her. I should put this on my community tab, but like, this is something that like Remi and Alicia's platforms would be really good, like their Instagrams, or even on their community tabs, or sharing like in a TikTok or in their YouTube videos. If they posted more regularly, like more on time, which people were complaining about how far behind Alicia's vlog is. It's like a couple weeks behind, but you know, yeah. Has an editor and everything, but somehow can't get the vlogs up in an orderly fashion. But anyways, so yeah, if they did that, they should be like, you know, sharing this and stuff, because she's in there lost or being, you know, in their area. So if you see her, keep her in your eyesight. Don't approach her, and call 911 and let them know that you just spotted Hana Kobayashi. Let them know where you're at, where you're seeing her, and they'll probably direct you on what to do after that. But they said, like, if you spot her, immediately call the police and keep her in your sight so that, like, they don't lose her, because, I mean, she's on foot. And her cell phone has been off, so yeah, it's not looking good. Her family has all come out from Hawaii. She's originally from Hawaii, so her family has all come out from Hawaii, and they're all just frantically searching for her. So I just want to update on that. I was eating a protein bar. I know, I'm always got like crumbs and shit in my mouth. I'm just such a rude human being. I was listening to part of Basically Unfiltered, and they were talking about Botox. They just went into fucking Botox, which it's like, my professor, my chemistry professor back in the day, who went to Oxford, said that it travels along the nerve endings into your brain, and they don't know the long-term effects of it. And there's some videos on that too, like about this woman where if they don't inject it the right way into your forehead, you will have, like, it'll be paralyzed. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I like my forehead moving. I don't mind that I have lines coming in here. It is what it is, and that's my third eye coming in, and plus, I like that my forehead moves. Then you won't have ugly crying face. Do you know why people look ugly when they cry? Because their face isn't moving correctly. The only thing, unless they've had Botox in their nose, is their nose. So it's just, and that's why Kim Kardashian cries ugly, because part of her face is not moving. You see how that works? The other thing that starts to happen, it's called uncanny valley. So people will look at you and you won't look right. Like, you might look too, not plastic, but it's like you don't look right. The thing doesn't look, it looks off. They said it's kind of like when we see like robots and stuff that are done really well, or wax figures, and you look at it and you're like, there's something weird about that. It's off. It's because it's not natural or normal, and your brain is registering that. You're just, sometimes you don't know why, because it's just so minute, like a few muscles in your forehead not moving. Like, we could communicate as human beings with the muscles in our face and our facial movements, and there's a lot of micro facial movements that people make. And so, like, if you're not making certain forehead movements and stuff, you're gonna get this uncanny valley look where you look off. Like, as an artist and someone who's been like studying like drawing people and anatomically and shit like that, you notice it more now, because things are not symmetrical. Your face is supposed to move. As you get older, your face structure changes, and part of that is getting lines. Yeah. So yeah, it's becoming a problem, actually. I've seen, you know, about the muscles and like how it atrophies your muscles, and then like people getting sick from it and stuff, because it is technically like a form of botulism, because it paralyzes. So yeah, but yeah, it can paralyze parts of your brain. Did you know that? It'll travel along the nerve endings into your brain. Some people will get where it paralyzes part of their brain. Can you imagine what that does? That could fucking kill you. Oh, the part that controls their breathing and stuff is back here in your cerebellum, but here in your prefrontal cortex, like all these thinking things and stuff, like what if this is actually making people stupid? Because it's paralyzing like their prefrontal cortex and all these like thinking things and stuff. I know it's really good for people with migraines or pain, but there's a lot of people who will use that pain as an excuse to get Botox. Like, honey, shut up. I know what you're doing there. Yeah, I know what you're doing there. Yeah. People who really need Botox, like, I see them and they wait months to get it fucking approved for medical reasons, and yeah, and the relief is just like, they get out to the car and they have relief, like. But it's funny to see people, and I've seen it a lot when I was a spoonie and stuff, like, where people would justify plastic surgery procedures because it was going to do something medically, even though it was like very minute, and it's like, get the fuck out. It's because you're getting plastic surgery. It's like, it's one of those things where people will do where it's like, I'm doing this, but I'm doing it for the right reasons. So I'm getting plastic surgery, but it's for medical. But you know they're getting, you know, like they're getting their nose done, or they're getting Botox because they don't want wrinkles, because they live in LA and all their friends are getting Botox, so why not them too? Just my thoughts and opinions. I know how many of you guys love my opinions, so yeah. Yeah. Patrick should be home soon, so I'm gonna go. And I decided to take my computer. I was like, I'm gonna take my computer. Probably do some editing at the hotel. Yeah. You know I am. Sometimes, like, I don't sleep, so I'm like, I could do editing in the middle of the night. Not that hard.
Well, I might not even show up.
Zane's gonna drink a lot beforehand and just black out. Once he gets the drinks in him, he's good.
He's gonna be great. Yeah.
And since it's in college, I'm gonna feel better about drinking because I mean everybody that's watching is probably drunk already.
Like attracts like.
Exactly.
Probably not at UCLA because they're studying and they're paying a fuck ton of money in tuition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was the middle of the week, not a weekend. You see what I'm saying? Hey, how's those liver problems going for you, Zane? How is that?
How's that going?
How's that going? Because, you know, over on Foodie Beauty's channel, who you remind me of, kind of, but not really, but kind of, she's yellow. She's fucking yellow. She's like having to heavily filter the shit out of herself. You look a little yellow there, Zane. I don't think that's your natural skin tone, let's just say. Hello. Villain mode activated. Yes, the full collection today. So this is the next day. We got to our hotel room last night. So we got a pizza and we just hung out and chit-chatted. Ooh. So yeah, we're in Dana Point right now. And we're about to go on the next leg of our trip. But I wanted to end this vlog before we did that, because then I'm going to start the new vlog. And yeah, so as always, I'm sending lots of love to you guys. Remember, personal responsibility. Do you have it? Remember, taking responsibility over your pain and the problems you have with your body can be very, very empowering. I saw Alicia actually helped Remi get some wide shoes. Here's the other thing. I forgot to mention this, and I didn't want to mention it, but a couple weeks ago, when they went to the Wicked thing, which is recent, right? That was around the time people were talking about the PPP loans. And my one video blew up. One thing I've noticed Remi's done in the past is when she gets a lot of people criticizing her online, which I don't think people should be criticizing about her body shape and her weight. She wants to wear certain things, that's fine. I actually liked the dress she wore to Wicked. I actually liked it. I wouldn't have known, like everybody was saying it's supposed to strap up in the back. I wouldn't have fucking known. I would have known. Now, apparently, from what Alicia mentioned, that corset was uncomfortable, which they fucking are, the corsets, but that's a whole nother topic, but she should just be comfortable and not ruin her feet. But back to my other point. She will find something to complain about and to get sympathy. Like, a couple years ago, during Vlogmas, she was getting a bunch of hate and stuff. And she did the whole, like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I heard this when she was talking about her shoes and the red carpet. And telling Alicia, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. So, you see what I'm getting? So it's almost like the foot thing, it's not a new problem for her. She's using it as a conduit, or, you know, like, it's upsetting, you know what I mean? But, like, we're using that as, like, we're whining about something else, but we're saying it's about the feet. Do you get what I'm saying? Patrick's still waking up. I think you get what I'm saying. You know, when people are whining about something and it's like, no, it's not really about the shoes, is it? It's about being cut out for fame. Which, if you have other shit going on, then it's not about the fame, right? Like Kendrick Lamar. He just dropped a new album. Fucking fire. We listened to it on the way up here. We listened to multiple songs on the way up here. Fucking fire. He has his art. Even if all of this went away tomorrow for Kendrick Lamar, he would still be able to sit there and rhyme. And write rhymes, right? YouTube went away. I could still make my shirts. I could still draw on a piece of paper. I'd still have my art. You see what I'm saying? It's what I've been saying all along. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. As always, be safe. Have fun doing whatever you're gonna do. Personal responsibility. Empowerment. Creativeness. Yes. Fame is not the goal. Just ask Drake. Alright guys, I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.